Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a minute, but we are here. The Cosmo Show is back with my brother, Marshall. Say what's up to the chat, whoever's going to be watching this. People are going to be watching this regardless. Anyways, we all know football season's upon us. About a month out for college, 40 days from NFL, but we thought it'd be a great idea to do a top 10 college quarterbacks going into this season. We're going to give our names, kind of discuss little reasons why behind it. Won't be too long, but yeah, I'm excited. I know Marshall and I are definitely looking forward to the college football season more than NFL, but we'll be doing some NFL stuff here in the next couple of days as well, some predictions down the road, so look forward to that as well. But also too, before we get into on the list, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and leave a comment down below. So Marshall loves the comments, so keep it rolling. He talks some shit. So
yeah, I'm gonna comment back. Don't worry.
So we're gonna get right into it. So I don't know. You want to go from 10 to 1 or 1 to 10? It don't matter for me. I think we'll start at 10.
Whatever you want.
So we'll go. I'll say my 10, and you go your 10. We'll go back and forth on our list, or we can do just one by one, and then you can go with your list as well. So I'll go from 10 to 1 first. So at my 10, I have.
Well, let's just go back and forth.
Okay.
You say your 10, I'll say my 10.
All right, that sounds good. So for my 10 spot, I have Josh Hoover for Indiana. Transfer from not Kansas State. It was TCU he played at last year. The only reason why I have him at 10 is new system, new coach. But I think Kirk Cincinnati can get him ready. Fernando's the same way, came from Cal. I think Josh Hoover can fit in with the Indiana team with Kirk Cincinnati as head coach. So that's my number 10. Marshall, you're 10.
I actually agree.
Josh
10,
Hoover?
I think lots to prove,
Yeah,
obviously.
for sure.
But I think, like you say, he's in a great system. So
yeah.
He's pretty much set up for success. It's up to him.
Yeah, I think Kirk Cincinnati could do a great job like he did with Fernando. So that's one of my big reasons too. And he's on a better supporting cast. So okay. So number 9, I actually have John Mateer for Oklahoma. That's who I have at 9. The reason why I think he had a better supporting cast last year. I think kind of a little downgrade this year. Still got the head coach from Clemson. I keep forgetting his name. He's an older dude, but I think he's still gonna be solid. I don't think he's gonna be up there as like a top 5 or even, like I said, top 7. So I think John Mateer at 9 is a good fit, I think. So that's fine. From Oklahoma.
It's good. Not bad. I would have him up a little higher for this year.
Higher.
But for 9, you're gonna love this one. But I think with the new system,
Mm-hmm.
and he can ball. I got Bryce Underwood from Michigan. I know it's hot take, but he's got the talent. He's got a new coach, new system. Obviously, a lot to prove. A lot to prove.
I think it's kind of like a potential.
He'll probably be my most controversial top 10, but
that's a potential.
So much talent. So much talent.
No, I see it. I mean, he's got the frame. He's got the arm. I think sometimes he's to slow down a little bit when it comes to throwing.
Remember now, he was his first year last year. Brand new quarterback. I know they paid him a shit ton of money.
Oh yeah,
but that's a lot of pressure.
No, he's got a lot more pressure this year now because second year. I know it's Kyle Winston's new head coach, but he's definitely got some pressure this year. But number 9, I wouldn't say it's terrible. I think he's just obviously has a lot of upside, but we'll see. We'll see.
That's almost like a gamble. That's a gamble for me, putting him at 9.
I feel you. At number 8, now I think this could be a little controversial, but I don't mind this. I got Sam Leavitt at LSU at 8, only because, like I said, he was injured last year, so I think he had an ACL, I believe is what it was, like a lower leg injury, I believe it was. I'm not sure, but now he's at LSU. Lane Kiffin, I think he could definitely produce some numbers there. I don't think his receiving core is the greatest. I know he has some transfers over from Ole Miss, so it probably will help out a little bit. But I think Sam Leavitt at LSU at 8 I think that's a good number at 8. But like I said, he's got potential to put up good numbers. But now he's playing in the SEC, not the Big 12. So it's going to be a big difference from there as well for me.
This one's another pick here. Darian, if I'm saying it right, Mensa.
You had him that low. Okay. Mm, okay. So you got Derry
I,
Minson.
I, I think Miami's a better system than Michigan. I'm saying these are hot takes, but going into the season, I think they're in a good position on a good team where they could be a top 10 quarterback. Just saying. I'm not basing everything off of last year's numbers or last year's
No, I'm not
systems.
either. No, I'm not either.
This is all based on looking going forward into the 2027.
Look at
And
that. Look, that's your
as
take.
Miami was just in the championship, how could you not put them up there?
I mean, I have him higher, so you'll see.
You have
Anyways,
higher. Shit. Okay.
so at number 7, I have Jaden Maeva, USC quarterback. I think, second year now, Lincoln Riley's always been great at producing quarterbacks. Obviously in the right system over there. I think he might have a little bit of a drop off when it comes to production. That's why I have him at 7. If he had a better receiver, he's the last 2 receivers in the NFL, both gone. So I think him losing that production there will have a slight drop off, but I think he's to be a good quarterback. So that's why I put him at 7, and because Lincoln Riley's there as well at number 7.
That's your 7? Okay.
That's my
I
7.
got Sam Levitt at 7.
Okay, so yeah, so we're not off by much there with the Sam Levitt pick.
Lots
So
of talent. Good system. Lane Kiffin's going to get him
yeah, so I mean, Lane
throwing
Kiffin's
that
kind of
ball
like
over the field. So good coach for him.
yeah, I think Lane Kiffin's kind of like Lincoln Riley when it comes to quarterback play in a sense, but Lincoln Riley obviously is produced up there. Okay,
All right,
my
so we're
number
6 and
6.
below. Let's see
My
what you
number
got.
6. People are gonna probably go up in arms, but I don't give a damn what they say. I got Archman at 6. I really do. Archman at 6. I think it's fair. I think he had a weird year. He started out slow, he got better, but I don't think he was like still like great early. Now, this year he's got Cam Coleman, obviously in Auburn, one of the best receivers in the country, came over, transferred to Texas, so that obviously helps out for sure. I think the only thing I have trouble with him too is I think sometimes his decision making is not the greatest. I think sometimes he turns the ball over on really like not hard plays. He turns the ball over too much. I think he can maybe tune that out a little bit this year. But
But
everyone's talking about the frame, his size, but he doesn't have like the greatest arm. Like, he's got like a good arm, but it's not elite. It's not like people are saying generational. I don't think he's generational like talent or like arm. I think he's still a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong. But I have him at 6. I know Steve Sarkisian's there, but I got
well,
Archman at 6.
hmm. Well, let's see. Okay, I'll get to him when he comes up. But okay, okay. All right, so that's your 6. My
Mm-hmm.
6 would be Mateer from
John
Oklahoma.
Mateer. Okay.
Great defense, defensive minded coach. They have a really tough schedule, like a really tough schedule, but I like them. I think they had Alabama in that playoff, and I think they can't blame him entirely.
No, I feel you.
I feel like the defense really let them down at home. I can't believe they lost that game. It was a crazy, crazy game. But um, yeah, I have them at 6. I think a lot of potential. I think they're like slowly coming up, but like they have a tough
I
schedule.
would blame the offense in that game instead of the defense in a sense because John Mateer, he turned the ball over a lot in that game. I know he wasn't healthy. I know that he had that hand
Yeah,
problem, so
coming
that didn't
into it,
help
but I
out
think
either.
coming in, if he's going to be healthy coming in this year, he hopefully learned a lot from that
Yeah.
game.
I
And
I saw that he
yeah,
switched up
so
his mechanics too. So let's see how that, if it makes a difference or not. It might have a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see. So that's your 6, John Mateer. So at my 5, I do have Darian Mensa at Miami. The reason why I have him this little high, he was at Duke last year, won the AC championship at Duke. So, and that was weird, but I think him with this kind of talent, with Miami's talent, they got talent everywhere. Malachi Tony, Mark Fletcher, like he's
hmm
got the offensive line's always gonna be good at Miami. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. Now, that Miami's offensive line will always be good. So I think a lot of potential there. Miami's defense is going to be pretty good too, but Darian Mintz as a quarterback, there's a reason why they threw him a bag at Duke and they're throwing him a bag at Miami for a reason. So I think he's got the talent for sure. He's got the arm. He's very accurate. I think him in Miami, he's definitely going to flourish for sure. I think he's gonna play well this year. They could. I think Miami's gonna win the ACC this year too. I think they should win the ACC for sure. Miami, no doubt. So Terry Mensah
Virginia.
at 5.
Virginia's coming out of nowhere. Sorry, Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech.
Come on now. I'm just kidding. But all right, my number 5 came out hot. Lenore Sellers. That team, or he is a baller. I know he kind of tripped up the second half of the season, but I'm calling a breakout season for Lenore Sellers. I'm saying if things go well, if they finally connect for South Carolina, he's going to be a Heisman finalist this year.
You shitting me, dude? No
He's a Heisman
way.
finalist.
No.
Heisman finalist. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Hell no.
All right, we'll find out.
I don't have him on this list because you know who he reminds me of a lot. A lot of Anthony Richardson from Florida. That's who he reminds me of. He's definitely
I don't care how they do in the NFL. It's about college. Anthony
no,
Richardson did
no,
okay
no.
in college.
This is they're the exact same player in college. What are we talking about here? Fast, can show some flashes throwing the ball, but they make a lot of turnovers. They're not accurate all the time either. He reminds me of AR-15 at Florida. He reminds me of him, just like him, built like him. Maybe not as fast, but he definitely can still move for sure. But like he makes great throws. He can throw the deep ball well, but those NFL throws, the 10 to 20 yard throws, he just baffles me how inaccurate he is at times. So I don't know. I mean, I think I could see like the upside, but I don't think he's a top
Mhm.
10 quarterback.
It's
No.
a very
I had Darius Mensah at 5.
risky top 10 here. That's okay. Well, the remainder of my top 4 are definitely reasonable, and I think they'll be
Okay.
good. But
So that's your
I
5.
definitely had some mother suckers on here. But all right, so that's number 5, Lenore Sellers. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. And we're gonna move on. Number 4,
whatever.
he could be higher, but I'm gonna go CJ Carr from Notre Dame. That's my next. He's my 4. I think Notre Dame's gonna have probably one of the best teams in the country. I think he's gonna have a better supporting cast. I know the running back situation is gonna be a little different for him without Price and Jeremiah Love back there. So we'll have to see what happens there. But I think their offensive line will be more improved. They were kind of young last year, so they should be better this year. But I think at receivers, they got some guys. You know, they got a couple guys from Ohio State that transfer over. So we'll see how they play. But I think he's a mobile quarterback. He can make throws in the run. He's very accurate. So I like his play last year. I think he's gonna be even better this year. So I got CJ Carr at 4. I think it's a much improved CJ Carr because his first game was against Miami. I mean that's a tough ask for your first start against Miami on the road and almost beat them. They only lost by 3. So I could see them maybe getting their get back in Notre Dame against Miami this year. That could be a thing. Watch out. It might be one of the games of the year. CJ Carr versus Darius Mensah. That's gonna be a quarterback battle right there.
Yep, I got CJ Carr at number 4 as well. Um, all that what you just said, but also, he has to. I think he has to prove himself this year now. And these Notre Dame has some pretty decent games. Definitely going to be a big game, Miami. That's going to be like you said, that might be the game of the year for sure.
One of the
It's in
games.
Notre Dame though, right?
Yeah, this year. Yeah. So
Is that the same beginning of the season or later?
I think it's a kind of I don't know. I gotta look at the schedule, but I think it's like one of the first games. It might be like middle of the year or something like that.
I can see CJ Carr as a final Heisman finalist if everything goes well, especially if that some of those Ohio State receivers over there,
For
if
sure.
they turn out any good.
So at number 3, I
All right,
got
here we go.
Trinidad Chambliss at 3 from Ole Miss. That's what I got at number 3. I think he's a gunslinger. He's mobile. Definitely showing you why he's definitely on this top 3 just because of that playoff run he had last year. Obviously, beat Georgia, almost beat that Miami team. It was a battle there too. But he's got some spin. He's got an arm. He can throw it. Very accurate. So I mean, we'll have to see how he is this year without Lane Kiffin. But I mean, the one game showed that he could still, ball out for sure. So I think he's a gamer. I think he's a stud. So I think Ole Miss it's still gonna be a good team. Don't get me wrong. I'm just very curious on the coaching style now because Lane Kiffin's a more offense of a guy, of offensive coach, obviously than a defense coach now with their new head coach. So I mean, but I got Chambliss at three. Like his play, like I said, he's a gamer, baller. So that's why I have him at three.
Yeah, honestly, I wish I'd had him in there. I would have him at least like 6 or 7. But like I said, very aggressive chart here. So I got Arch Manning at 3. I think he's top 3 right now. As of
Do
right now,
you do,
you could argue Trinidad for sure. Maybe even top 3 for sure. Top 5, top 10, whatever.
did you
I'm
even
I'm putting
have
Arch Manning.
did you even
Huh?
have Chambliss on the list?
Not no.
See
I
that?
should have.
It's
I should have.
bogus. Yeah, fucking over Bryce Underwood. Get the fuck out of here. You're insane for that.
Yeah. But just projecting for this year, of course. Not based on last year, even though that's probably what you should do. Don't give a fuck. Anyways, I got Arch Manning. Yeah, nothing much to say. He had a great year. Okay. Here's what I have to say about Arch Manning. He entered the second half of the year with a lot more touchdowns and interceptions than he did the first half of the year. Okay, and I think if he can continue that going into this year, Heisman quarterback easily. But they have the
I mean, I'm not gonna fight you on that.
number one roster essentially. Every position, just about top 3, up there with Ohio State, up there with who else? You could say Notre Dame. So Miami, of
Couple
course. So
teams.
you could,
Couple teams.
yeah. I'm gonna say if he continues what he did last year, based on that play, he'll be all right. He'll be all right.
We'll have to wait and see. Anyways,
Let's see. Let's hear your top 2. I'm curious on this.
number two, I got Julian saying that too.
Fair enough.
Um, obviously, I mean, the supporting cast last year, obviously, with Cardinal Tate, Jeremiah Smith, Brandon Ennis, and some other guys that came in as well and played. But obviously, Cardinal Tate loses, so who knows what the production is going to be this year? But obviously, he broke the record this year or the past year in completion percentage at almost damn near 80%, if not 80%. I could see more touchdowns here this year, though. They say that they opened it up last year. I don't believe them because I saw a stat where Michigan had a more deep balls thrown than Ohio State did last year, and look at the supporting cast they had. So I can see that changing. And I think also too, Julian Sain's gonna have to use his feet more this year, which I think he'll also be a little bit more mobile on his feet moving forward. I think Ryan Day's probably emphasized that a lot on Julian Sain is giving running for more first downs and taking sacks and shit like that. So I think he proves on that. And I think he throws some more touchdowns. And I think he'll be in New York for the Heisman finalist.
I'd be curious to see how that new OC does coming from Pittsburgh, considering his background, and you're coming to an offense that is opposite of his philosophy. So we'll have to see how that meshes. Because he's more of a run first type of guy, right?
That's okay. They got the running backs.
Technically,
But I mean,
technically.
you got Ryan Day too, so he's a widespread offense. He likes to throw that goddamn ball. So they might have some mixed like little play action stuff with Julian Sain as well. So getting outside the pocket. I think it's one thing that Julian Sain has to improve on is a little bit on the outside of the pocket. He's moving out of the pocket, making those throws in the run. I think he can improve in that a little bit, but I think everything else is, where it's supposed to be. So we'll have to wait and see though. See what Ryan Day does with Julian Sain. So
All right. I got Dante Moore at number 2.
okay.
Um, you know, Oregon, high flying offense. Um, I didn't like him in that game against Indiana last year, I'll tell you that. But I still think he's top 2 quarterback as of right now.
fair, because I have Dante Moore at 1. I think he's got the most. I mean, if he would have went last year's draft, they were talking about him being the number 1 overall pick over Fernando. So
I don't want to get too crazy about him yet.
no, that's what they were saying last
We'll
year.
see how he does against Ohio State this year. That's
Well,
gonna be a
they
hell of
got
a
a tough
game.
schedule too. Oregon's got a tough schedule, but I think just overall, like he's a mobile quarterback, but I think he just has. I think it's very accurate too, like Julian's saying. I think he's got the weapons too, so they can put up he's gonna put up big numbers this year. I think too. So I think you could go either one of those guys at 1 and 2. You could flip flop either one. I think
Yeah, I got
so.
Julian saying that number one just because of how much, how many weapons is he going to have going into this year. It's hard to not be good with that surrounding cast of receivers. I mean, you got two 5-star receivers at least. What's Ennis? Is he a 4 or 5 star?
I think when he came out, he's a 5, but I think he was a 4. Me
And then
personally, I think.
you have that one dude. I forgot his name. He's the white boy. Boyd.
Tomar Brock Boyd. We'll have to wait and see.
People are saying he is better. He's the best receiver on that team right now. I've heard.
I don't know about best. I mean, you can't really say best when you got Jeremiah Smith, who's probably the best player in the country.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But I'm just saying that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Like everyone could talk in camp, but just can
Maybe
you?
my source is bullshit, but hey,
No, I've heard it.
I would love to think that he's better than the other two the other two 5 stars. That'd be
No,
crazy.
no, no.
Is he a
I've heard.
freshman? Boy's a
Yeah,
freshman?
like I've heard
How big
stories
is he?
too. Hmm?
How big is he?
I'm not sure. I have to look and see what he is. But yeah, look, that's our list, our top 10 college football quarterbacks going into the 2026-2027 season. So let me know down below in the comment section on what you guys' thoughts on our list. Like I said, hit that subscribe button or follow button, depending on which social media account this goes on. Probably be TikTok and YouTube. Also, hit that like button as well. Smash it. So I appreciate you guys joining in, and we will see you guys next time.